Yeah, these are some of the Cuban rafts that washed up from, I'm going to say Cuba. People trying to escape to freedom. I won't get into a political comment here. Just take it that this is what refugees use to get here. A wire boat filled with styrofoam. Some kind of generator motor on a pallet raft with inflatables, and more wire constructed. That's a wire and foam catamaran. So pretty ingenious the way they built them, actually. So this is the tallest lighthouse in Florida at 175 feet. It's one of the tallest of its kind in the country. They quit using it it became automated in the 50s, and then they quit using it and built a new one. And the town of Ponce Inlet got this deeded to them in the early 70s, and they restored it to what it is today. So we're gonna take a hike up there and have a look-see. But first we're gonna walk the grounds a little bit. Birds and bugs and sand, oh my. Not going to comment on the humidity today because it's Florida and it's kind of expected. But in here, a little bit of shade going on. It's not bad at all. I think that bug is called the water sprinkler bug. Is the sound it makes? I don't know. I just made that up. Alright, this place smells amazing. I don't know what it is, but I wish I could bottle it and make a great air freshener. Keep expecting monkeys to come out. Alright, so I'm done with the little nature walk there. It's really cool. If you're into plants and birds, I am, so it's cool for me. You might be bored, but at least the air out here is fresher. There's definitely something dead back there. So, some kind of animal. We're going to look at all these other buildings, then we're going to climb a couple hundred stairs and then probably head out of here. Feels like rain might be coming, so I might step it up a little bit. Nah, we've been wet before. I don't want to drone on about this lighthouse here, but you know, I might have to bust mine out. I don't know if you're allowed to fly a drone, but I guess if they don't know where I'm at flying it, then I might be able to get away with it. Maybe I can chase that guy's drone. I remember one of my neighbors in high school had an ultralight, and Took it out and flew it on his first and last flight and landed on one of these. Not this exactly, but one of the more modern FAA lights. That was kind of the end of that ultralight. Upside down and backwards. It's a Remington rolling block rifle. You ever see an example of a modern Army latrine? Fort Bragg. Probably one of the most modern ones. Let's go up there.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You doing it?
I'm doing it. Maybe we can put this on super fast forward so we can get to the top quicker. Before you climb the tower, climbers must be in good physical condition. That's not me. Running, jumping, or stomping on stairs or landings will damage the historic ironwork and is forbidden. Children must be accompanied by an adult. Please use hand railings. And don't throw stuff off it. Why? Well, I'm used to it. There we go. I've already lost count. One thing that's cool is how open it is in the center here. That's so they could hoist stuff up with a rope and a yard iron without having to carry it up all these stairs. I'd hate to have to mop these things. I guess if you were the third keeper, the lowest ranking one. We've already got our first injury and we're not even at the first landing. No, I'm not in jail. This is just a little pull off and wait point. They got jail bars to keep people from jumping out, I guess. Outside you can see through the dirty glass the oil storage building where they kept the kerosene and stuff. But by all means, let's continue. Okay. Keeps getting steeper and steeper. There's no air in here. We made it. This is the rotating beacon. After restoration, this thing still works. That's the original, or one of the original Fresnel lenses. It's got chips and cracks in it from damage, but you know, that can be expected for as old as it is. They won't let you go up any higher. But let's go out on the walkway. Ah. Alright, so there is absolutely no wind whatsoever in that tower when you're climbing. None, zero, zilch, nada. It is hot. And a little breathy. But when you get up here, it is awesome. I feel raindrops.
Yep, I feel
Definitely raindrops. Oh, look at that hawk. You see the hawk in the camera? This was so worth it. Whoa. Down's a little harder on this part because of the steepness.
That's why I'm not going. I'm standing right here trying to see. I don't like heights.
It's not bad once you get up there. It's nice and breezy.
It's breezy right here.
Yep.
Good for y'all. I'm impressed.
They need an elevator.
But I know, really. They should have that option.
So there's the pulley I was talking about. They would have a rope on that, and then they could haul kerosene and other supplies up from down there. Just pull it up here, and then they didn't have to carry it as far. No, they didn't have to load gallons and gallons of kerosene except from probably that landing there to up there. Quick storm blew up while we were up there, so there'll be no drone flying, unfortunately. But I'm glad the storm didn't come when I had the drone out. That's happened before, and that's how I lost one. So one thing I didn't realize, which I should have, is that it goes up, the stairs get narrower and steeper. There's no air in there, so it's kind of hot. Now you can see the trees blowing, nice breeze going. Giant, enormous Fresnel lens over here. So we're gonna go check out some of these. All right, not to beat a dead horse, but you can see the discoloration of where the wind was whipping the rain pretty hard up there. And of course, now that we get down to the bottom, it's just a slight breeze, but felt good. So, Anna's over here giving a history lesson on the bells. Okay, whenever they came out with this automatic light changer, one bulb would burn out. You would just rotate another one into place, and then somebody could go change one of these bulbs later. So they didn't need a full-time lighthouse keeper. And you can see different examples. So then the lighthouse keeper job went the way of the buggy whip manufacturer. Just part of progress. It's time for a skewed history lesson. See, before they had electricity at these lighthouses, it was lit with a kerosene lamp, and then this handle, they had to have trained monkeys to turn the handle all night long, which would turn. So they had to have monkeys, and then later children proved to be much cheaper and easier. And then electric motors. I'd say it'd be pretty hard to turn that big rascal. All right, this is a 16th century anchor. It was made in Portugal. It's possibly from Jean Rivol's fleet, which got scattered in a hurricane, and it's around 1565 sunk. So there's probably a lot of treasure still out there. This is a kedge anchor. You can tell it's a kedge anchor because it's just got one fluke on it. It's just a fluke, whereas that's a double fluke. And it says they used them for timber. That way they could throw it in there and then the current would pull the ship that way. Pretty neat. And here's the kerosene tanks. That's about a year's supply. The original roof on this thing was copper, but vandals stole it and set this place on fire, so they had to restore it. So now it's just got wooden roof. Can't have anything nice, even in the 70s when that happened. Every third blink is slow. Okay, here we are, much better weather. Day 2. Trying to catch this launch. Clear skies. See the moon. Exact opposite of yesterday. The rocket's under its own power now. We're sitting in the bed of the truck. You can't really see that, but that's because there was an alligator right out there. And yeah, I don't have a good track record with alligators, so we kind of got in the bed of the truck and we're sitting in here. This should be good. There it is, you're right.